My mom did it in front of us, so it wasn't really nothing she was hiding. We didn't know that it was that bad of a drug at first until we started getting older and we started learning about it more.
I want to graduate from college. I want my son to have a nice big home. I want him to play sports. I want him to be happy, and I feel like they're not happy. Like, my sister calls me every day, like, can I come over? Like, I'm bored. I'm depressed here. I have nothing to do. And, like, she always wants to be around me. Or my mom calls me crying all the time, like, I don't have anywhere to go. Or, like, she doesn't have a car. She doesn't have a job. She doesn't have a bank account. She doesn't have, like, anything.
Like, when I had a leg problem and all of that, my mom, she wasn't being, like, responsible enough. Like, she'd be high all the time. She didn't take me to my doctor's appointments, a lot of stuff like that. And then I finally, when they got sick of it, the state got sick of it, they came to get me from school, and they took me away from my mom because they said, like, she was doing child neglect.
She stole my car when I was asleep. She took my keys, stole it, crashed it. Like, my side mirror's hanging off. It's all scraped up. And it was just those couple things. It's like, well, you know, I trusted you. I let you come over. And I don't think it's her. I think it's the drugs. But she had no remorse about it. She's like, so. Like, she didn't even tell me when she came in the house that she took it. Like, I woke up. I saw her pull up, and I'm like, okay. And then she's, like, walking around the car, like, basically, like, you can tell she crashed it because she was just walking around like, okay, what did I do? So I got my keys from her, and I went out there, and I saw that my mirror was hanging and that my tire was, like, scraped up and stuff. And she just didn't have any remorse about it.
Like, for me, it's depressing because I feel like how other people have good parents and they can go to their parents with a lot of things and problems. I don't have that. Like, I don't have my mom and I don't have my dad, so I don't have people to talk to really about my personal problems and things that I'm going through.
I had went to treatment, and when I came out, you know, it was like my brain was clearly, you know, I was thinking clearly, seeing clearly, and it was like I would ride past people, you know, that I know they use, and they just looked at blurry to me. It's like they was living in like a dark life. And as far as my kids and grand, I don't see them going down that road.
They come around, but I kind of feel like I don't want them around. But I feel like since it's my family, I allow them to come around. But every time I do, I kind of regret it.
I'm going through a lot of programs right now. I have a lot of support, a lot of help, and I hope to, you know, like, get my family, like, really involved in what I'm going through right now. I mean, they are supportive, but, you know, they know some of what I'm going through, the programs I'm going through. You know, I have a therapist that would like for them to attend meetings, you know, with me to see what I'm going through, to understand what I'm going through, but that haven't happened yet, but sometime eventually, hopefully it will.
Like, I basically made it clear to her that all she has is herself and her son. In the end, like, if I'm not around, that the most important thing to her should be her and her son, and that's all she needed to think about. And I kind of made it clear to her that in the end, if she's not around, that she needed to make sure her son was okay, because I feel like my mom didn't do that, and her mom didn't do that for her.
I'm just gonna wait till he get older to tell him a lot about our family and, like, why he doesn't want to end up like them, because if you do, you won't have nothing and you won't have a good future. Well, I'm planning on going to St. Paul College next year, and I'm going to be in there for 3 months for nursing assistants and stuff. And that's basically what I want to do, be a nurse assistant and things like that.
I hope to see my kids be blessed with a very beautiful life, you know, surviving her going through college, eventually getting a good job, you know, getting out on her own, just doing good, being successful.
And I care about people a lot. I want to do stuff with communities too. Like, I want to help homeless people. I basically care about a lot of other people.